This is our group. My name is Spencer.
I'm Janie.
I'm Lonnie.
And I'm Carolyn.
All right. How many people are from Valdosta? Just to show of hands. A few people. How many people are from Georgia or just the South in general? Who remembers the disease outbreak of West Nile virus? West Nile came from the birds and then mosquitoes and then to us. If you don't remember or you've never heard of it, it's a pretty scary outbreak. A lot of people were afraid, a lot of people were scared. Parents mostly were concerned for their children, playing outside, things of that nature. Luckily for us here in the United States, we have the resources to combat and to contain such an outbreak of a disease or anything like that. What if I told you that West Nile didn't have to fight our resources? That it ran rampant in America, killing millions of people? What if I told you that there was a place where not West Nile, but an already established killer runs rampant, killing millions of people? What if I told you that that disease was malaria, and it's killing millions of people, mostly children? Your children. What if I told you there was a way you can help? Malaria is transmitted through the bite of the mosquito, as I already said. And malaria is a parasite called Plasmodium, which is transmitted through the bite of the mosquito and into the liver, where the parasite multiplies and then attacks your red blood cells. Symptoms of malaria include fever, headaches, vomiting, and are usually occur between 10 to 15 days after your first bite. If not treated, malaria can quickly become life-threatening and will attack, disturbing the blood supply to vital organs. And malaria is not just, we're not just fighting malaria. Malaria is fighting against us. Malaria has developed several resistances to a lot of our medicines. Over the last 2 decades, malaria has increased in sub-Saharan Africa. According to the World Malaria Report of 2010, there were over 225 million cases of malaria and over 700,000 deaths, and that was in 2009. That is actually a decrease from the 233 million causes or cases to the over 900,000 deaths in 2000. So we are fighting this cause. Most deaths occur among children living in Africa, where a child dies every 45 seconds. A child dies every 45 seconds. The disease accounts for approximately 20% of most children's death. There are several reasons why Africa is burdened, or is most burdened, with this disease and this heaviness of this disease. One reason is the mosquito, or the most severe form of the disease is prominent and is carried by the most efficient and deadliest mosquito in this area. So this area is home to those two combatants. And on top of that, Africa lacks infrastructure and the resources, like I talked about earlier, to fight this cause. They can't fight it. They have no way of fighting it. So the World Health Organization has spearheaded a worldwide fight against malaria. Even though malaria is overwhelming in Africa, over 108 countries and territories suffer from malaria. And that initiative, that goal, or that push to fight malaria is called Rollback Malaria. For prevention and control of malaria. Most areas, malaria is transmitted by mosquitoes that bite predominantly at night. So the idea that rollback malaria has is to provide insecticide-treated mosquito nets, or INTs, so that people can sleep safely at night under these nets and are not allowed to be bitten by these mosquitoes with this deadly disease. The nets will hang over the sleeping area, the bed, wherever the people have to sleep, and provide what is referred to as a halo or a force field to prevent the mosquitoes from landing and biting people. This has helped raise the mortality or lower the mortality rate for children under 5 by 20%, and women and children, pregnant women and children, by up to 50%. Rollback malaria's #1 goal is to have 60% of the world's population sleeping under these nets. You can get your nets treated, or Africa can get their nets treated at do-it-yourself areas or shelters, if you will, and that's just basically where they can come in and dip their own nets and do this themselves. This is not highly recommended, and it's not the safest thing to do, because if not treated right, these insecticides can be deadly to people. There are also pre-treated insecticide nets where you just get them already treated from the manufacturer, and all they have to do is open them up, put them over their bed, and the rest is history. For safety of insecticides and upkeep on nets, Ms. Jamie is going to let us know about that.
Good morning. Is anyone familiar with mosquito nets? Have anybody ever heard of mosquito nets? Spencer's already covered with you guys what malaria is, how deadly malaria is, and the fact that it's killing young children in sub-Saharan Africa. Malaria does, the mosquitoes do bite late at night while the children are asleep, and it will cause death. So we're bringing to you guys front the mosquito net. The mosquito net is like a halo that covers, if anybody's ever been camping, anything they did out in the woods, you guys are familiar with the tent. A tent allows protection. The mosquito nets are treated, and if the mosquito attacks the net, it's killed, it dies immediately. So we are coming to you guys front with a suggestion on trying to help us with this cause. This is just a picture of what a mosquito net looks like. And they aren't even sleeping on the bed. It looks like they're sleeping on maybe dirt with a blanket or something over it. They really do need our help. Now the upkeep of these nets, as Spencer's already said, it's not a good idea to do it yourself because it may be done wrong. The retreatment is recommended every 6 months to a year. And a lot of these people cannot afford that. They don't have the money. This disease is running rapid in their country, and this is vital to their lives. Washing the nets in a group is never a safe thing to do. You might as well throw them away if you're going to do it like that. Because of the fact that a lot of people can't afford it, there are mass treatment centers all over Africa where they bring the nets in and they're treated. Now, Lonnie's going to speak to you guys about what the retreatment entails. Let me show you some pictures of some babies under nets first. And what might not seem important to us is a great need for these children. Look how many children are under one net. That's sad. And the broader picture, look how many nets. And does anybody see a mattress or anything? So that means that they're sleeping on the ground with these nets around them. But this is causing not so many deaths. Even though they're on the ground, the nets are protecting them during the nighttime.
Good morning. Like Jamie just said, most people can't afford to have their nets retreated, and it's actually shown that 5% actually do have their nets retreated every year. Manufacturers do try to make the retreatment as simple as possible by placing those different sites, but the best hope does rely within the new nets that technology has recently come out with. These nets are long-lasting nets that retain the insecticide for 4 to 5 years. With the lifespan like this for these nets, it makes the retreatment unnecessary. There are different approaches that are being taken to promote strong nets. There are different campaigns such as Nothing But Nets and other organizations that are doing everything they can do to help to fight the malaria problem. Now Carolyn will come up here and she will show you what you can do to try to help.
I'm going to show you guys a short video on malaria and the benefits that the mosquito nets have in Africa.
Here in Mali, malaria is the #1 killer of children, particularly children under 5 and pregnant women. The American public thinks of this as a disease that was eliminated in the 1950s, when in fact it is the largest killer of children in Africa. It's a preventable disease, and with long-lasting insecticide-treated bed nets, we can reduce transmission by almost up to 70%.
In Angola, I really saw the devastating effect of malaria and why these insecticide-treated bed nets are so vital. Going into the emergency room and seeing children, because of the floods that had occurred earlier, the malaria rate had increased tremendously. And going in there and seeing these children in emergency rooms, just lying there helpless because they're unable to combat this disease on their own. I felt very passionate about doing what I could to help.
Bed nets are known to be one of the most effective preventive vehicles.
A long-lasting insecticide-treated net prevents not only the mosquito from biting, but also kills the mosquito on contact. So it actually lowers the transmission overall of an entire village.
Here in Mali, I've truly met some amazing women. They've traveled long distances just to give them a chance to live healthy lives. So I felt inspired by the women that I met here.
For me, it was a great opportunity to not only help kids and save lives here in Africa, but to make people in North America aware of what's going on another continent and that they can really help.
Nothing But Nets is a global grassroots campaign to prevent one of the largest killers of children in Africa, malaria.
It's such a simple solution to prevent malaria. It's a $10 donation and provides a long-lasting insecticide-treated bed net and essentially giving life to a child over here in Africa.
Well, Americans should care about this campaign because it's really about saving lives.
You save one life as if you saved all of mankind, and I think that's an
Malaria kills, and you can help.
Malaria kills, it's easy to help. Send a net.
Send a net and save a life.
To save lives, log on to www.nothingbutnets.net.
Send a net, save a life.
Ways that you can help out. It's really simple and easy. The website is nothingbutnets.org. You can donate any amount. Like I said, one bed net is $10. So we all donated $20. So we sent 2 bed nets. And that's saving so many lives. We've advocated through friends and family and our peers just to get the idea out there to everybody. And I'm going to take you to the website and show you guys how easy it is to donate. This is the website. It's nothingbutnets.net. Like I said, you just go right up here where it says donate now. And you can do any amount that you want. You can do it one time or you can make it be a reoccurring gift. So, simple as it is. That's how you donate.